So the first question for today's session is what is the difference between the case equality and normal sorry what is the difference between case equality and case X equality? So anyone wants to answer this can answer this. So basically what is the difference between double equal to sorry so what is the difference between the case statement and case X statement? So this is the question. What is the difference between these two? Any answers? Take your time and yeah.
In case equality, the compared the reality is one, and and in case x 01 x z value
Mm-hmm.
and comparison is not zero.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other answers?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
The case equality means they not display the unknown values.
Mm-hmm.
So not equal to display the unknown values.
Okay. Any other?
Yeah.
Okay. So in case equal, yeah.
Yeah, case equality understands only zeros and one. The expression should be only 0 and 1. Whereas in case X, it understands X also. So the expression can have 0, 1, X.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So most of the answers are correct only. So in case of case equality, the statement will the case will compare all the statements, but in this statements it will only compare 0 and 1, and if there is an unknown value it will not going to compare this, and in case of case X it will compare all the three uh, states, that is 0, 1 and unknown states. So if there is an unknown state also it can compare it. So this is the difference between case and case X. So the next question is what is the difference between double equal to and triple equal to?
I have one doubt in case.
Yeah.
Okay, what it is the control will go sequential or will it go parallelly in case?
Parallelly it will go on compare, like if it founds anything match, so if, for example, uh, we write case A, and if A is a register of 2 bit, A reg 1 down to 0 A, that is A can hold 2 bits. So if
Okay.
A is equal to 2 tick binary 00, we will execute one statement. 2 tick binary 01, we will execute 1 10 1 1. So these are the possible states which A can hold. So this statement will parallelly compare the values uh, of A. So from the test bench, when we drive the value of A, so it will if we drive 01, so it will go to the 01 statement and it will execute. So if it found the value of A to be 1 1, it will go directly to 1 1 and it will execute the statement which is written inside this case. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah. So the control will go parallelly.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Understood.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So my second question is what is the difference between the double equal to and triple equal to?
I have a question here.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the previous one,
yeah,
if we have like a case, it will take only 0 and 1. It will not take x value.
yeah,
Am I correct?
yeah. I will show that example also. Case A, and if we have two tick 0 0, sorry, 0 1 1 0 and 1 1, and if by chance if the value of A is equal to two tick binary 1x, so no statement will be executed. And if any default statement, so we should always write a default statement. So since no case is getting matched, so default statement will be executed if the value of A is equal to two tick binary 1x.
Okay. For case X, what will be the scenario in that for case X?
So if we write case x, then the value will be, so it will compare these two statements. So since the value of x can be 0 or 1, so it will also not get executed. So we should write another case like two tick binary 1x. So the statement which is written inside this two tick binary 1x will be executed.
Can it take if X value is unknown like 0? It can take like 1011 also. Can it take it?
1 0.
10 or 11 means if we try to pass like 1x, so x can be 0 or 1.
Yes, yes.
So can it take these two values also, 10 and 11 also, to tick be 1
Yeah,
10
it
and
may
11?
depend on the simulator also sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. And for case Z, it it will take as Z only.
Yeah.
Am I correct
Yes.
in that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
See here, let's say there is no two tick B10, two tick B11,
Hmm.
or instead of that we have two tick B1X.
Yes.
Now the A value is two tick B11.
Mm-hmm.
So the control will go to two tick B1X, right?
To tick B 1 1. No, it will go to default statement.
1X. Okay.
We are
Okay.
specifically mentioning the value of A is equal to two tick B 1 1. So it will go to default.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think X is like 0 or 1. It can be 0 or 1.
Okay. So you are asking CaseX A, and there are some statements here. And if A is equal to two tick binary
1 1.
1 1, and here we have a
Uh,
case of
and the
two tick
expressions we have
binary
2
1x.
tick be 1x.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are specifying. Here we are directly giving the value of A is equal to two tick binary 1 1. So it will search for
Yes.
two tick
Yes.
binary 1 1. Here the value of x can be 0 or 1. So it cannot assign it
Yes.
to this statement because the x value may vary. So in these cases, it might skip to the default statement, or it might depends on the simulator. I will
Okay.
once cross verify this. I will check it. Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, second question is difference between double equal to and triple equal to.
Yeah. The double equal to understands only 0 and 1. The triple equal to understands 0, 1, x, and z also.
Yeah. Any other?
Yeah, double equal to compared to a variable with type conversion, and its output is 0 1 unknown value, and triple equal to compare without type conversion, and its value is 0 and 1.
Okay. Any other answers?
So first one is like logical equality, and if it is third one means three equal to, it is like case equality.
Mm.
For logical equality, it will return like zero or one,
Mm.
and for case equality, it will return for zero, one, and x.
Okay.
So what if A's A values are X or B values are X in logical equality? What will be the output?
It will be unknown. So say
X.
suppose
Okay.
A is equal to 4 tick binary 101x, and B value is equal to 4 tick binary x0
One Z. Let's say whatever. Yeah.
10, and we are using logical equality. So it will compare bit by bit 101x compared with x010. So it will give unknown 4 tick binary. Unknown value will be given to us.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the next question is what is sensitivity list? Any answers?
Sensitivity list is the list of variables which we write inside case.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, any change in this list of variables
Mm-hmm.
will trigger the case.
Okay. So I'm asking in always statement.
It can be always, yeah.
Yeah. So
It
what
can be
is
always block or it can be case.
yeah? So my question is what is the sensitivity list in case of always block?
In sensitive list, uh, when the loop is executed,
Mm-hmm.
then always lock is used.
Any other answers?
The sensitivity list can be a variable, it can be a edge trigger or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, any change in this will trigger the always block.
Okay. So my next question on my next question is on the sensitivity list only. So can the sensitivity list can be of input? So my statement is the sensitivity list can be of input, output, and inout. Is this statement is true or false? Any answers? So my question is, so my statement is, I am saying that my sensitivity list can contain input, output, and inout. So this statement is true or false? Any answers?
Uh, I feel it's false. It falls.
Okay. Others? So this is false because uh, our sensitivity list. So basically, what is this sensitivity list? So the sensitivity list is nothing but the list which we give in these arguments. So according to the change, when there is change in these arguments, the block is triggered. So when there will be change in this block, that is, if the for the design, if, the inputs are given to our design. So if there is any change in the inputs, those inputs are given in this sensitivity list. So if there is any change in the input, the always block will be triggered. So the rule is the sensitivity list should contain only input ports. So it cannot output and in outputs. Is it clear?
Primary outputs can be a list of sensitivity, right?
Yeah, like the ports, like the variables which has declared as input ports and out.
Ah, yeah. Output ports in out
No, output
can't be a
and input
list.
cannot be
Okay.
in the sensitivity list. This cannot be in the sensitivity list of always block. Only the inputs should be included in the sensitivity list.
Inputs and primary outputs which are present in the block.
No, no, we cannot use
Uh,
outputs.
primary outputs, primary outputs like um, output from any other blocks,
Yeah, those are
any
inputs.
other statements.
Yeah, those are inputs for our block, right? So we cannot say them as
Yeah.
output.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So my next question. Uh, Wait a minute. I will add some more steps. So I'm using an always block. So I've written some statement. So always at the rate passage of clock begin if reset. Some statements will be get executed, or else some set of statements will be executed and ending this. So this type of design is synchronous reset or asynchronous reset design. So what type of design is this?
Synchronous.
Any other answers?
Asynchronous.
Yeah. So why it is synchronous? Any explanation?
Because reset can be only applied at the passage only.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If reset is not what we can't reset the machine uh, other than passage.
Okay. Any other answers?
Yeah, a reset is fully synchronized with the clock.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So here I'm mentioning always at the rate passage of clock. So only at passage of clock, the always block will be triggered, and and this will be executed. So only at the passage of clock I can drive the reset signal. So only at the passage of clock I can drive the signal. So if I try to drive the signal, say at neg edge of clock, see, I'm driving this signal to 1 at neg edge of clock. So my statement which is written inside this block will get executed only at passage of clock, since my reset is inside the passage of clock. So my reset will work only if there is a passage of clock. My reset will not work when there is negage of clock. So only if at passage of clock I apply my reset signal, my statements will be executed. So that's why the block is the design is synchronous reset. Synchronous meaning the reset signal is working with the clock, with the passage of clock. So if I apply reset at neg edge of the clock, then the design will not respond for that reset. Is this clear?
Can you please show the waveform again?
Yeah. So here only if I apply the reset at passage, then my design will
Hmm.
respond for this reset. So if I apply this reset at neg edge of the clock, then my design will not respond for this reset signal.
How will the always block consider this passage of reset? Will it take 0 or 1?
Passage of
The first passage of reset.
this one,
Reset. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
actually this is practically speaking this is a setup time error. So this is an ideal waveform. Practically speaking, we should apply the reset signal at negate before the setup time. So the signal should
Yeah.
be 1 before the passage only, so that design
Okay.
design can recognize this reset signal as logic 1. So we should apply this reset signal before the clock edge for the design to recognize this reset signal. So if we apply the reset signal at the clock edge only, like this,
Uh,
so practically it will not recognize this reset signal. It will be an unknown.
like X.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why in our sessions also in our class also I've discussed while writing a TB. So for a passage design, we will drive the reset signal or any other input signal. If the design is working at a passage of clock, then we will drive the signals at negage of the clock only. So to avoid setup time and hold time errors.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we apply the signals, input signals or this reset signal at the edge of the clock, like passage of the clock, then the design cannot recognize the signal, logic of the signal, whether it is logic 1 or logic 0. So we should apply before the passage of the clock. Is this clear?
Okay. Understood. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So my next question is modify this code so that my design uh, will so that my design should become a asynchronous reset design. So how can we modify this code to make this design to an asynchronous reset design? Only a small change.
A change in the sensitivity list,
Okay.
Naked.
by adding or passage of reset or negate of reset. Anything is fine.
Okay. Any other question? Any other answers? Yeah, the answer is correct. So if we want to make it at as asynchronous, then we will basically we don't use negate. We will just apply reset. So if there is any change in this reset, the block will be executed. Or else we can use negate also. No problem in that. Negate or passage. Reset is basic. Reset will be normally level sensitive signal. So we will prefer normal reset only instead of negative or passage. If we want edge triggered reset, then we can use passage or negative. No problem in that. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah. My next question is I've written some modules, say, and I've declared some input ports, all the things, and I've written always at the rate clock comma uh, input, and I've declared some statements inside this, begin and ending this, and ending the module. So what can this design be? So it can be a latch, or it can be a flip flop. So which is possible here in this case? What can be the possible outcome? Latch or a flip flop?
Latch.
Okay. Any other answers? So it will be a latch. Since latches are level sensitive devices, so the possible outcome may be a latch. Since I'm not mentioning here edge, whether it is a positive or negative, so it will take the edge of the clock. So basically latch will not have a clock given it, but latches will not have any clock. So basically it will have only inputs. Is this clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So my next question is written a module, and I've declared some inputs and outputs, and some declarations I've done, and always at the rate a b c. I've declared them as registers or inputs. Begin. I've written some statements here, and then end module. So I'm writing a TB for this. So in this TB, I've declared inputs as registers and outputs as wires, and I've instantiated my design in the TB, and I'm driving the values of A as 1 and B as, say, 0. Okay. In this always begin in block, I will write C is equal to uh, A plus B, not A plus B. C is I will write A is equal to B. And here in my test bench, I will drive. Okay, sorry. So basically, in a model, I will declare a model, and I will write always at the rate A comma B begin, and I will drive A is equal to B. And in this, I have declared registers, sorry, inputs as A, B, C, and my output is some variable D. And D is equal to A plus B. So in test bench, I'm going to drive the values of A is equal to, not A is equal to, C is equal to A plus B plus C. C is equal to 0, C is equal to 1, and C is equal to 2. So what will be my output in this case? So I have declared a module, and in this module I have declared ABC as my input registers and output as D. So within an always beginning block, I'm always at the rate A comma B. I'm assigning D is equal to A plus B plus C, and in test bench I'm driving the value of C. C is equal to 0, C is equal to 1, C is equal to 2. So what will be my output? Output D. Is the question clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Output will be Z, I think.
Okay.
And my reasons are none of the inputs are triggering the change in the inputs are triggering the always block. So if we are printing D,
Hmm.
it will give the default value of D.
Okay.
Outputs are wire, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other answers? Yeah, so the answer was correct. So none of the arguments are getting triggered, so this always block will not get executed, and the value, since the D is a of type wire, so the default value of wire will be on high impedance Z. So if we print the value of D, then we will get Z. So yeah, next wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, so I've declared a module input A.
Your screen is not visible.
Sorry. So I've declared a module input A, B, and C, and my output is D, and within an always beginning block, always at the rate A, B, C, begin, D is equal to 0, hash 10, D is equal to 1, and this. So if I write my TB, and I will drive the values of A, B, and C. So in the TB, I will drive the values of A, B, and C after instantiating. So, and if I print the value of D, what is the value of D? Any answer?
If you are printing it as 0,
Okay.
it will give the D value 0.
Okay.
If you are printing after 10 nanoseconds, it will give the value D value 1.
Okay. Any other answers? So this was the question asked in cadence. So it looks like a simple question. So I've also marked it as soon as possible. So try to give the answer for this. Others? Any answers? Others? Simple question. Okay, so let me answer this. So the output will be compilation error. Reason? Anyone?
Oh, I don't know. Please answer.
So I've declared D as output type. So D will be wire. So the data type of D is wire. So we cannot use wires in procedural statements like always. So we will get a
Yes,
compilation
yes.
error. So we should be careful in this type of questions. So as soon as we see this question, I will be tempted to answer the question. So the options will also be tempting. So like they will give d is equal to 0 at 0 time units, and d is equal to 1, like that they will give, and we will get confused in this type of questions. So he has not explicitly given the data type of the d. So it is by default it will be wire. So the code will not get executed at all. So we will get a compilation error. So if he give output regd, then the answers are correct. Like at 0 time units we will get the value of d, and at 10 after 10 time units we will get the value of d is equal to 1. So this thing we should be careful. Is this clear?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. And the last final question for the day. So if there is a module like this, some with some module name, and not always assign, I've declared some inputs and output ports. My input port is A, and my output port is D. So assign D is equal to A. So I'm driving the value of A is equal to 1. So what will be the value of D? Any answer?
Yeah. D value will be 1 since output D is output. Outputs are wire data type.
Okay.
Assign statement can drive only wire data types.
Yes. Okay. Others? Any answers? Any other answers? Okay. So let me give the answer for this. So here also we will get a compilation error. Can you guess the reason?
Non-blocking, blocking.
Yes. So in assign statement, we cannot use non-blocking statement. So in our class also we have faced this issue. So at some point on one day I have used this non-blocking with assign keyword. So we will get a compilation error saying we cannot use non-blocking assignments with assign keyword. So we should see what type of statements we are using with the assign keyword. So we should be careful with that. Is this clear?
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
So yeah, that's all for today's session. So if you are having any particular doubts, you can ask me, or else we can end the session. Thank you.